Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the atmosphere character of our world around us, and today looking at this what's happening in the largest republic, even largest republics in the world. I mean republic. I use this term in sense of the form of government, and now taking into account this what's happening in last years, even last decade, and that law is used uh, only to kick the political opponents or to terrorize people who have different views and to magnify politically motivated violence. Here I do not want to take any side in this video. I will take my stand in next videos if there will be a need to discuss the things. But I would like to focus attention, also your attention, on one phenomenon. This phenomenon is politicizing courts, politicizing law, and politicizing anything what can be used to battle your political enemies. And we also see that such approach is eliminating from the political and public discourse one important concept. This concept is national interest. Now, politicians or even rich people, corporations who are supporting them, are not even trying to serve national interests. I mean, people from government we see, and government we don't see. They are even not trying to pretend that they are serving national interest. They are serving interests of their faction, of their political faction, like Democrats, Republicans, or other countries. We can say any party they belong to. They make social divisions deeper and deeper and deeper, and we observe in last years, especially in last decades, an increase of such social phenomenon like tribalization. People are getting divided into groups which can be compared with tribes, and they are follow some in quotation truths, some content they consider as true and one cannot challenge it, and they oppose everyone who has different opinion than their own. This tribalization of the societies can be very effective on a shorter run in political pseudo debate and in political pseudo electoral campaign, but on a longer run the situation resembles the condition of the late Roman Empire, when the very late 4th and 5th century, were divisions between Christians who became dominating religion in 380 AD by the decree of Emperor Theodosius the Great. He became the great for the next generations, I guess, mainly because of the fact he made Christianity state religion. So since 380 AD, we see that they were existing before, but especially now the conflict between Christian groups is really weakening the Roman state. And since the moment when Germanic tribes, which were largely worshipping Arian version of Christianity, the conflict is even larger, and it was one of the main components of the decline of Western Roman Empire, because gods under the leadership of Mr. Gainas were killed in the last moment in Constantinople, and later intrigues on the Byzantine court directed Alaric and his angry people who felt mistreated by the Roman authorities. They had their own rights. They directed angry gods into the Western Roman Empire lands. This is one of the reasons why Eastern Roman part survived, but we see that this Religious conflict was one of many problems of the late Roman Empire, especially the western part, but it was one of the more serious because it was an equivalent of nowadays tribalization, because we also have quasi-religious conflict because some of the people follow gender ideology, briefly neo-Marxism stuff, postmodernism I also include in the neo-Marxist ideological package, and some people follow traditional values. So we have two main tribes. There are some minor ones, but we have two main tribes fighting each other, the ones I mentioned, and we see that it's weakening, especially geographically speaking, the states of the Western world and societies of the Western world. If it lasts longer, it will not be a very good. It will not be a very good thing, and it will have negative impact on these states and societies. It already has. So we see that currently we have this tribalization and decomposition, also ideological decomposition of geographically speaking Western societies, but not only, but in so-called geographically speaking West, it's the most pronounced problem. And we have also analogy with late Roman Empire, that religious divisions, some people disagree, but religious divisions, so Roman version of Christianity called as later Catholic, and Arian version of Christianity, really had their own impact on the negative conditions of especially Western Roman Empire during the Great Migration. That is why Germanic kingdoms arose and Western Roman Empire ceased to exist. So we see that we have also third component nowadays. The situation is even more complicated. Newcomers, so-called immigrant newcomers, who are from completely different civilization. Mainly, they create ghettos. They do not integrate with the societies. So our future, if these trends are not stopped, doesn't look good, and we know what will happen. Tribalization, decomposition, collapse, and maybe after some time emerge of something else. But we should do everything to avoid tribalization and try to focus more and more on the defense and further development of our traditional values and our cultures. All the best. Have a nice day. Bye.